Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Emyrichy Stitches. Today I'm going to illustrate on how to make a cowl kaftan with keyhole, like the one you've seen me putting on here. Seen it with the hole here, the kaftan itself, then with a rope to use to hold it down. So these are the parameters we're going to use: the full length, the half length, the underbust, the bust shoulder, underbust circumference, round sleeve shape, then hips line, then hips. So we're going to set to work. Before you start, you're going to use 2 yards of fabric for this illustration. That's what we're going to use, 2 yards. This is 2 yards of vintage fabric, and otherwise call it cotton fabric. This is 2 yards. First of all, we're going to place it on a fold. You fold it first into 2 equal parts, then you fold it again into 4. This has no zipper allowance like others. So you place it, make sure you erect it so you won't have errors.
Okay.
Like I said, you fold it into 4. Everything goes to one side without zipper allowance. You can say here is rightly closed, then this other side you have it 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to start by taking the measurements. Now to insert the measurement on the fabric. First we start with the full length. The full length here is 41 inches. Mark it out. Connect the lines. Then you add your bending allowance of 2 inches, the seam allowance, 2 inches. Okay, you cut the excess out, so you won't have to cut. Okay, now you mark out your shoulder. The shoulder here is 14 divided by 2, we have 7 for the shoulder. And as you've seen mine, there's an extension. This is where my shoulder stops, and there's an extension to my elbow, and it's exactly what she wants, the client wants. So I'm going to extend it from the shoulder to my elbow. You can place tape and take your client's the measurements. I think I'm going to have like this 12 half, but you're going to place your tape immediately after the shoulder. Still mark it out, but I will include, because the person that has it, she's a little bit fatter than me, so I'm going to increase it, taking it up to 14. Okay, now the half length from shoulder to the half length. The half length here we have 16. We need to take 1 inch above, so I'm going to mark it out 15. Since there will be no joining, I short it by a minus 1, subtract 1 from the 16 to have 15. Then I'll mark out the hip line where we'll have the hips too. The hip line here is 24. I'm going to mark it still out. This is the hip line. This is the half length. Then I'm going to mark out the armhole. Like I said, the armhole is the bust divided by 4. You have the armhole. Our bust here is 39, so if we divide it by 4, we'll have 9.5 quarter. So we're going to take that 9.5 quarter. So on the line of the bust line where you have your armhole, you're going to mark out the bust. Her bust here is 39. Divided by 4, we have 9.5 quarter. Then you add 1 inch for the zipper allowance. So on the line of the half length, we mark out the shape. Her shape here is 33. We have 8 divided by 4, we will have 8 quarter. And we still add 1 inch for seam allowance. Then on the hips line, we mark out the hips, which is 40 divided by 4, we have 10. Still add 1 inch for the zipper allowance. Then we connect the lines now from the bust line to the shape. Then from the shape, we take it to the hips. Then from the hips, we take it down. Just what you will have. Then don't forget the extension of the shoulder, like I said. That's how it will be. We took 14. We connect it now. We take it directly to the hip where we have the hip line. That's where the draping effect will stop. Now connect it down here. It's almost similar to drape, or to the normal cowl kaftan that we've been having, just that the difference is the hole we are going to bring out here. On the line of the shape, we now would keep 1 inch. And the line of the half length where you mark your shape, you mark out 1 inch separate from the normal measurement. Then down here, don't forget this is the line, you have 1 inch here. You're going to still mark 1 here. You mark 1 up here too. Wow. Okay, you mark out your 1 and your 1 on this other side as well. So you form your hole from that angle. Form the hole. That's your hole. And you've seen here that you used to insert the unturning. That's it. Now you mark out the neckline. The front and the back neckline is going to be the same. So here you take up here 3/2, then the down neck as well 3/2. Connect it. Then you cut it out. Don't forget there's no joining at the shoulder, so you're not going to cut the shoulder out. Start from the down part. I'll give an extension of 1 inch so that the down part won't be too tight. I'll add maybe an extension of 1 inch. You can see the hole. Okay, for the hole you can use bias to pipe it. You can still use the fabric to turn it, passing through the inside of the fabric to turn the hole. So that's what we have for today's tutorial. Okay, you now create your belt after the cutting. You've seen mine here. You're going to create your belt like here from the fabric that I cut out. So right, it's only 3 inches we have here. So I'm going to use that, and it depends on how long person wants it. It's up to 43 inches, which is too long, very long. I'm going to trim it out well. So I'll turn this, I'll sew this and turn, I'll close it, open this in and turn it so as to use it for the belt. Thank you very much.